Navigation on.
Hello, world.
Hello, world.
How you guys doing? We're here. Today is a very important day.
Hi, guys.
Yes, today is the day that we launch our Change Game course.
Yes.
And you see our shirts.
Yes.
Create.
Create like a creator.
Create like a creator.
So we're going to talk about that today. And so this is the Navigators Network, the Change Game course.
That's right.
Facilitated by the one and only Bennie and Lisa
Foster.
And you.
And you. Welcome to our
wonderful
class.
Students, thank you.
How you guys doing
for
today?
joining our class.
Right straight to the point today. We're going to be talking about some great things.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this class is our EECLAS 901A, okay? And we'll talk about all those numbers later as we proceed. This course will evolve as we evolve.
That's
as
right.
you evolve, as we evolve, even from interacting with you. Understand, relationships are priceless. So we're building a relationship. You're not just a student and we instructors. We are partners in your change.
Absolutely. So we are working together with you to help you navigate to a best, wonderful life
that you could ever imagine. It starts here. So listen, we want to start off with something very interesting. So Lisa and I were out just taking some time out, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
And we were coming back yesterday on the highway, and we noticed 3 young boys walking their bikes on the highway.
And it was about 9:30 p.m. in the evening, so it was really weird because it was dark. And so we saw them, actually, we saw them walking down the side of the highway, which was crazy, with bikes. They weren't on the bikes, they were walking the bikes down the highway.
And we said, what in the world?
Yeah.
And sometimes when you ask yourself a question, you really need to search for an answer.
Yeah.
And so the answer that immediately came back to Lisa and I was that they must only know how to get to someone's house or to a certain place from the highway.
Pretty much.
That prompted us to share with you guys today. There's more than one way to get to success.
There's more than one way. There are multiple ways to get to your wanted or desired destination.
And your success is not our success. Our success is not your success. You have a certain level of success that you are wanting to obtain, and our job is to help coach you there and get you there, okay?
That's right.
So very quick, man, we're going to share some points with you guys real quick. First of all, we cannot change you, only you can change yourself.
Yeah, and you have to have a courageous conversation on who you are and who you desire to be. So that conversation has to start with you on who you are currently and who you want to be.
And really the reason you are who you are right now is because of your habits.
That's right.
You create your habits, then your habits create
you.
Or they give an adjective to you, or they describe you.
That's right.
Because you have allowed that adjective to take over who you are as a creator.
Yep. So then the question would be, what pattern or discipline will you design to increase your well-being? So what new things are you going to start doing to increase your well-being?
And with that in mind, you guys need to understand how we're going to launch this thing. We're going to talk about the life lessons. You understand that as this is a give and take situation. We're going to give and take. You're going to take and give. And we're all going to learn together. But understand information, knowledge, specifics, all these things that we drop to you or give to you basically are to cultivate a better life for you. Okay? So you got to learn how to lead. You got to learn how to play as a team. Understand that you're going to be rewarded for your time and for your effort. And so are we. So understand, if you're getting anything from this course, like and share. If you saw the show reel in the beginning, all of our information is in the beginning. And understand this as we go forward. You must change your perspective if you desire to change your life.
So in other words, you have to change your mind in order to change your life. Mm-hmm. So everything starts right here with your thinking. Mm-hmm. And if your thinking is stinking, you must annihilate it. You must wipe it out.
Negative
and clean
thoughts
it
are
up.
stinking thinking.
That's right. And so we'll provide you with some techniques on how to overcome those negative thoughts that sometimes appear to bombard your mind.
So if you're taking notes, or
Please take notes. Yes.
we're going to talk about the life lessons, which is broken down as logistics, investments, finances, and entrepreneurship.
Yep.
Again, logistics, investments, finances, and entrepreneurship. Lisa, can you start with logistics, please?
Yes, logistics can be defined as how to make it to a destination or destiny once you have identified what your destiny may be. Logistics. You may have heard this in a career path. Logistics. You may know someone who actually does logistics.
And logistics company.
That's right. Logistics can be complicating and it's comprehensive, because you must be detail oriented. There are some details that take place when you are in the process of creating a logistical tactic.
You know what's beautiful about logistics? It's just about creating. It's just how we think. It's just how we live. It's just how we as creators should be creating. One of the things we're going to say to you, in order to better protect and predict your future,
Yep.
you have to create it. You gotta create it. You create it.
You create it.
Okay? So with logistics, what they say is that I need something transitioned or transported to a certain place. And so the end result is in mind, and then you have to now scale backwards and get that certain thing to that certain place.
That's right.
That's the beauty of logistics, because when you study logistics, you can now study, how can I complete my dream? How can I complete these goals? Goal setting is something we're going to talk about coming up in the classes, where you are literally breaking down in detail how you're going to reach your destiny.
In other words, what he's saying, and I'm sorry, not in other words, but in addition to what he's saying, it is a plan for you to get from point A to point B. It's your plan.
That's right.
That's what your logistics of life are. And that's what we will consider it to be. And I said before that it can be complicated, but you make it simple.
Yep. And the I in life lessons is this: investments are not just taking money and inputting into something, but also your thoughts, your words, your time, and your action.
Those are investments, and those are valuable investments.
If you break down the word action, it is act I on.
Yep.
I act upon something. I move upon something.
Gotta move.
Action. That's what it's broken down as. So you have the logistics for the L, and you have investments for the I. Lisa, I had to give you the finances.
Finances are rarely taught beyond that of becoming an accountant or a tax preparer or some sort of economics major or anything dealing with money and finances. However, financial literacy has a certain language, it has models, and it has patterns.
It has a certain place in our heart at
That's
this
right.
point. And we're educating a lot of people, and a lot of people educating us in that arena as well.
That's right, to be activated as well. So financial literacy, you have to learn. And what we've had to do is, what we've found out is that a lot of the financial literacy hasn't been taught in classes.
And they're not going to teach it.
I didn't learn it in school. I didn't learn it from a particular discipline at school. I actually had to learn on my own through life. So financial literacy is completely important. This is one of the areas that we are going to actually delve into with you guys. So when it comes to the mentorships and one-on-ones, we're going to provide you with that one-on-one information on what it is that you need to know to be financially literate today and in your future.
Lisa and I both can admit that there were some times in life where we literally had finances and we didn't have the ability or the mindset to really manage and maintain and increase that wealth.
That's right.
And we just being open and honest, and that's what we're going to be in this class. So finances is man. It's something that even in the exclusive executive class that Lisa will be offering near the end of this course for you guys, I think if you have any mindset of an entrepreneur or any mindset of a financial person, you want to learn how to save or how to activate your money so it works for you, that's going to be something you're going to want to get into. Now, the F finances. So we have logistics, we have investments, we have finances, and the E in the life lesson is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is taking your thought, your ideas, your concepts, and creating it from the finish to the beginning, not from the beginning to the end, because a lot of us get lost in the middle. We talked about being caught in the middle, dealing with the dash. Go back and look at that video. A lot of these videos will be available on YouTube as well as our Facebook page, and we have an exclusive page that we're creating for those that really want to get into what we're doing, and they're going to offer that change game page to you guys a little later. But entrepreneurship is very, very keen and very, very vital right now, because a lot of things that we're working are no longer working.
That's right.
And understand that a great entrepreneur sees a need and he seizes that opportunity. So what is the need or necessity that you will provide a solution for? What supply and demand will you provide a bridge for?
Ooh-wee. Those are some good questions. And so entrepreneurship actually is the ability for you to create a business, a service, a product that will provide you with some sort of resources or income. So we are entrepreneurs. We literally work for ourselves. We have partnered with other people, with other companies. And so bottom line is that we do all of that with ourselves, for ourselves. We are not employees of anyone's company. We partner and work with people who have established something already, and then the ideas that we have created and the businesses that we have ourselves, we are entrepreneurs that are connected to those businesses also. So
Yes, we enjoy working with people, and we enjoy giving that consultation. And some people have literally brought us on as affiliates or either associates because
and then
of what we bring
consultants.
to the table. And so, like I say, if you have a business idea and you may not be able to financially, take care of us, understand that finances was a form of currency. Money is a form of currency. Checks became a form of currency. Before that, we used to do a lot of barter and trading. And we'll speak more about that in the finance class, because some people have no idea what bartering is. But if somebody has something of value and you have something of value, you can exchange that. And we have gotten so caught up with money, which is really not even
real. He trying to skirt around.
I was
trying to the money.
I was trying not to shake y'all so much, and that's why they don't care about you holding it up to your ear and in the videos and
like,
making it rain in the club. All right. So the question of the day.
Question of the day.
You want to take it?
You take it. I'll take it. We can take it. We can both take it.
What do you want to do? Do you want to make money, or do you want to do what excites you?
That's a good question. Well, let me answer the question for myself. The answer for myself would be, at this point, it would be cool to finance or be able to do what it is that excites me. One of the things that I know, though, is that some elements of what excite me actually is going to take the money resource to actually implement it, to actually make it work.
And let me go retrospect a little bit. I was talking about cash, the dollar bill, when I was talking about taking it out and doing frivolous things with it. I was talking about currency of cash, greenbacks, they call it. Okay? So as we go forward, understand this. There are 4 seasons in your life. Okay, we just talked about life lessons, logistics, investments, finances, and what? Do y'all remember? Huh? Entrepreneurship. Okay, got to be able to go
Acronym for
that.
life.
Acronym for life lessons. So now we're going to talk about what season of life in you right now. What season of life are you in right now? Are you in your winter season? Are you in your spring season, your summer season, your fall season? Understand that life is full of seasons. And the one season we want to talk about a little bit and then go into another one is the winter season.
Yeah. So in talking about actually all of the seasons have value. All of the seasons, there are certain elements to each one of the seasons. And so what you need to do during those seasons is you need to ensure that you're doing the proper thing to prepare for each one of the seasons, so that you won't get caught up in one particular season where you're lacking. So that's why we want to talk about the seasons of life.
Yeah.
So let's talk about winter a little bit.
Winter is usually barren. Winter is usually cold. A lot of people don't do a lot of activity during the winter time. A lot of people are just straight to, straight back, and it's not the time to plant.
That's right.
It's not the time to plant. It's not the time to try to go out and plant, because, listen, the atmosphere is not conducive to cultivating and blossom and germination and seeds growing.
Yep.
If you understand the germination process of a seed, Yes, it's in a dark, cold, cramped, damp place, but then it also rain can come through, sunlight actually. Actually, while the seed is in the ground, the sun does activate the seed in the ground as well. It does affect it. I'm sorry. And then as that seed began to break through the earth and then bloom and blossom, of course, the rain and the sun adds to it. In the wintertime, there's not a lot of sunlight. So in it, it's not conducive to the growth of the seed.
And that's how all of that's tied in together. During the winter, you have to plan for the winter. You have to ensure that you have enough resources available during the winter that you have stored up. You know what? A lot of times, some of the answers to day-to-day issues that we have going on, you can look at nature and get the answer.
Because we are nature.
Yeah, we are. So if you noticed during the warmer seasons, you notice like chipmunks and squirrels and all these animals, they're storing up
For the winter.
They're storing up
They
for the winter.
they even migrate to a different climate.
For the winter.
The geese
Yeah.
fly south for the winter.
They do.
Because it's colder in the north
Than it is in the south.
There you go.
It is. So watch nature, and you can emulate some of the elements of nature in order to prepare yourself for some of the elements and seasons of life. So for winter, make sure that you have resources stored up. Make sure that you have some savings
Make sure
in
you
place.
allocated those
That's right,
things
that you've
for
allocated
particular
those things for that particular season.
Goes back to
Because
goal setting.
It does. That can be one of your goals. One of your goals is to prepare for the winter. Have a plan for the winter. A lot of people struggle financially during the winter. If you notice that, think about your own life. There's a push, there's a pull, there's a struggle during the winter time because you haven't prepared, you haven't saved, you haven't stored up. So you should have accounts. We're going to talk about this, but I'm going to tell you how significant it is during the different seasons of your life. When you are bringing income into your home, you need to have it split up. Okay? You need to have 50% that goes into a pot that is for your expenses, your day-to-day, all of that good stuff. So the other half that you have, you break that up, right? And you can break it up into 5 parts, the other 50%. 10% in each one of those parts equal an additional 50%, which make 100. So 10% of that goes to you. Goes to you. You can have fun with it. You can go eat your favorite meal with that 10%, whatever it is that you want to do for yourself. Pay yourself 10%. The next 10% should go to some sort of charity, to something that you can give away. Your fund that you have set aside
Bless somebody.
for those folk that always need money. Be prepared for that because it will be a blessing to somebody. Somebody that
can't bless you back.
Can't bless you back.
That
I was
can't
about
give
to
it back
say
to
that.
you.
So save up the next 10% for that. Then the other 10% is savings. It's savings for your winter, savings for whatever, life. It's your life savings, whatever. That's just a random whatever. Then the next 10% is investment.
Yes.
Some sort of investment for business.
Let your money work for you.
For growth, for whatever it is that you want to invest in to make growth, that 10%. Now the last 10%. The last 10% is the 10% that you use for whatever it is that you and your family have come up with that you need to save for. It could be your vacation fund. It could be your children's college fund. It could be your life insurance, your 401k, whatever it is. Life insurance, though, and we'll talk about this at a later time too, is one of the greatest investments that you could invest in for your life.
Navigation on.